Let's consider the subject and predicate a little more. Recognizing the subject. How are we going to find the subject in a sentence? We need to ask exactly whom or what are we speaking about? Okay, so when you see a sentence, barking dogs never bite, what is it that we're talking about? And it has to be a person, place, or thing. A noun is what you need. And so here we are going to say the dogs is what we're talking about. And it is the dogs that bite or not bite. In the second sentence, a rare instance of charity by a miser is news. Okay, so here we have several words that name, person, place, or thing. And so when we say something is news, what is the news? Is it the instance of something that's the news? Is it charity that's the news? Or is it a miser, a stingy person that is the news? Okay. Well, grammatically speaking, you need to distinguish them. And by a miser is a prepositional phrase, so we'll eliminate that. Of charity is a prepositional phrase, so we'll eliminate that. What is news is the instance that is the news. Instance of whatever is the news. This is a noun, and this is the subject of your sentence. Let's think about the predicate. Recognize the predicate. Once you know what you're talking about, what are we saying about that subject? Okay. A fool and his money are soon parted. All right. We are talking about a fool and his money. Okay. So there's your subject, fool and the money. And this is a compound subject. You have two subjects here. And what about them? Well, they are soon parted. And you might find are as your main verb. In this case, the parted goes along with it. Okay, we'll have to say this is a passive verb, and that this is be plus the be verb plus the past participle, which makes it a passive voice, and we'll talk about that later. Let's look at the next sentence. The inclusion of proper names in a dictionary might be defended on the ground that it would be convenient to have them there. All right, lots of words here. What are we talking about? What we're talking about is the inclusion of something, something, someplace. Okay? Prepositional phrases. Ignore them. Subject. And what about them? Might be defended is what we're saying. And that's the, well, that's the verb of the sentence. Normally, that's all we care about locating the verb in the sentence. Properly done at the most basic level, we need to talk about the complete subject versus the complete predicate. And in diagramming sentences, which is another grammar skill that used to be taught long time ago, it's not so much anymore. It's kind of a lost art. What we used to do is we would take a sentence, put the words on a line, and we would separate and say fool and his money. This is the complete subject here, and the rest of it is the complete predicate over here. Okay, and so in this second sentence, inclusion of the proper names in a dictionary, that would be your complete subject. We would separate, draw a line there, and the rest of it is the complete predicate. And of that complete predicate, this verb portion is called the simple predicate. Okay, not so important in studying rest of the grammar, but these are good to know, words that help us to communicate with each other. So something you want to be familiar with. The book that we're using for these lessons is English Made Simple. Please purchase the book.